actually been sitting for a few. And there we go. There we go. Tires are off the ground. Yeah, a little sketchy. Quite sketchy. And you would put your jack stands underneath it. But this is what we did. All right, and here's the solution we have to that problem. The Badland Offroad Jack 3-ton. It's got a 6,000 pound rating, maximum 29 1/16 lift height, 6 1/4 minimum. And I assume that is without the adapter piece on there. Heavy duty flat free composite wheels. Yeah, nice jack. As you saw at the opening of this video, we'll be replacing our previous jack that we had, and kind of some pros and cons, this versus the other one. We primarily bought it for use for the RZR, getting up off the ground, getting the wheels and tires off, but will also work more than likely with the big truck we got out here. Probably work with this one as well. Getting that one off the ground one tire at a time. There's a heavy truck, but one tire at a time you would do just fine. This jack is available at Harbor Freight. The previous jack that you saw that we were using is a Pittsburgh jack, and that also was from Harbor Freight originally. But it was only a 1.5 ton, which is, I'm sure, plenty for this rig, side by side. But that jack pretty much reached its limits with this, as you saw in the opening video, getting the side-by-side up and off the ground, being able to change the tires or the bearings and things like that. Just making sure to get two wheels off the ground at the same time. That jack pretty much was over its head in capabilities. All right, the box is actually pretty thick and sturdy. Did not come banged up at all. Pretty thick corrugated there. We'll go ahead and get this thing unboxed and check it out. All right on the top here we have the instruction manual. Front and rear tires, bearings inside of them. These tires are actually very sturdy. They don't seem like they're going to break or get flat spots on them. The riser, foot, hardware. The jack, as you can see, pretty beefy jack. Has a nice carry handle here, make it easy to get it up out of the crate, out of the carton. Very easy. And the handle is located underneath it. So let's go ahead and get this assembled. Nope. Oh, almost. There it is. I have to say that all the materials seem very high quality. The jack is very heavy. The box says 55 to 99 pounds, but that's probably the same for most jacks they sell. To say I'm very impressed with the quality of the material. It does not seem like it's going to break or bend any of the items that are included with the jack. All right, next we are going to be positioning the strap ring assembly, and that's this bar right here. You can see I left one of the bolts out here for you to see. Simply it goes over the valve here. Hole is already cut out for it. Just insert the two screws there. Very simple installation so far. There's a warning here regarding this piece, not to take that piece out. It is holding this piece down under tension, I believe. But this device here that we just installed is going to be holding the saddle extension, and that's the piece we're going to be putting together here. But I just wanted to show you kind of the quality of some of these components here. I mean, this thing's pretty sturdy, beefy. These bolts, I'm going to have to double check, but I didn't even have a hex head that size, but I actually did. I found one, I bought some a while ago. It is a 10mm hex head, so you know, the kit doesn't come with the tool for that, But it does come with one for the bolts to get the wheel bolts in. But just kind of keep that in mind. Actually, you know what? I'm completely wrong. I take that back. They do include it for you. It's right here on the jack. Look at that. Yeah, very nice as well. Not doesn't seem like cheap China knockoff stuff. I mean, it seems pretty sturdy. And that piece also is spring loaded in to be able to, so you can pull it out, but it's spring loaded to get it back in, so you're not going to lose the tool. So that's pretty good thinking on their part. Like I said, this tool is for the price point. I know there's another one out there that's 2 or 3 times the cost of this. I have to say that this tool is very well made. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get the saddle extension placed on. And this being the saddle and us putting the saddle extension on it. So, I mean, even these components are heavy. I mean, so they're not going to bend or break, in my opinion. Just see if this tightens down. Nope, just bends. Okay. Get them lined up with the holes. There are threaded holes underneath this, so we just want to line everything up. Get these bolts in here. And again, these are 10 millimeter, and you can use the provided tool that they gave you, or use your own. Let's go ahead and set this at max height, just due to the fact that we have a lift on our razor. As you've seen in our previous videos, we have a 15-inch wheels, 32-inch tires, and then the shock therapy, which gives us, I believe, 16.5 in the front and 16 in the rear for clearance in the center. Okay, this is the plastic block that actually goes right in here, and we just grabbed a pair of channel locks and just pulled it out, but just make sure you hold the handle down when you do so. It'll come right out, and then you can lift the handle up, and it actually will lock in place here halfway, so you can actually make transport of this a lot easier. As you can see, and this was the jack that we were using before. As you can see the size difference between these two. And we can see what we had to do and how high this jack would go. I mean, albeit this is a 1.5 ton floor jack. Also, this is the Pittsburgh Racing. Well, as you can see, it's kind of at full height. That's full height right there. At full height of this jack is the resting point pretty much for the Badlands jack. So as we can see, the Badlands jack, go ahead and unlock this. We've advertised height is 29 1/16. Yeah, that's as we can see, substantially higher. Obviously it is a 3-ton jack, so, but the added height piece here actually is going to help very nicely. As you can see, that is going to be able to get the razor way off the ground. And as we said, price point on this, for the price point that we paid for this, you can look it up online at Harbor Freight. Very reasonably priced. As far as going about and getting these jacks, I was originally starting to look for them when they came out. And it was hit or miss whether your local Harbor Freight had one. They were extremely hard to get. And you just couldn't find them. And if they were around you, they were at a Harbor Freight so far away that you didn't want to travel there to get it. But then they started reducing the quantities that they were sending to the stores. And they went to an online purchase only, which pretty much means you have to purchase it online for a pre-order, and they will ship it to the store. And I placed my order, I believe, on December 20th, and delivery was January 13th that it came in. So quite a while to get the jack. I could have had one a bit before that, but I would have to drive extremely far to get it. But I have to say I'm very impressed with this jack. It actually is built very well, very stout. Should do everything we need. It is heavy, like I said, but you know, it's not undoable to lift it up and transport it for one person. Yeah, so let's go ahead and test this one and see how it does lift in the RZR. Yeah. Let's see how easy the new one is now. Actually, we'll go ahead and just leave this jacked up. Right now we're at accelerated height here because we just jacked the machine up, so it's probably got 2 feet of clearance under the front right now. But we'll see if the new jack can handle that. This is about 20 inches. Yeah. She's easily off the ground with the 20-inch height. All right, we're sitting pretty high here, a little over 20 inches. So we'll go ahead and get the suspension settled back down, and then we'll try from our normal height. We got her settled back down to our normal ride height. It was going to be about 16.5 inches. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. Unlock it. And it's already off the ground. And you can see there's very little extension on the jack. There's probably actually nothing too strenuous for the jack lifting this up. Yeah, once you start using like that previous jack that we had out here and we showed you in the beginning of the video, you realize there is a right tool for the job, and that was not it. But it was what we had, and obviously this is going to be a good investment for working on the RZR. The other one we made work, but it was sketchy at times. So this is a welcomed upgrade, outside of getting like a garage floor lift or something of those sorts. But I do have to say that very impressed with the Jack overall from first impressions. Very well made. This is my first item that I've bought that is Badland. I do know that a lot of people use the winches from them for their razors or their Jeeps, but I'd say that this material this Jack is made out of, very sturdy, very thick. I can't see this bending or breaking, and even the wheels, which I think would have been a soft point on this, they actually are very stout and sturdy. So, I mean, as far as we're not exceeding the 3-ton limit, I can't see that these wheels being a issue. I hope you liked this video. Please don't forget to hit that like button. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe.